Hey, howdy everybody, how's it going? Different kind of video today, because I feel like this needs to be made. This game is very addictive, and I can't stop playing it in all the free time that I have, which isn't much, but I can't stop playing it, and I feel like it needs more publicity, so I'm making this video. And I've been telling people in my Discord to play it, and you guys have ignored me, so I'm making a video on it. This is Nubby's Number Factory, okay? Now bear with me. This game is incredible. It's similar to Balatro in terms of how the scoring and upgrades and things work, but it's very different from the actual gameplay. It's like this. It's like pachinko, plinko style roguelike. Overwhelmingly positive, by the way. But with only 2,000 reviews. This game is $5. This game is $5, people. You have nothing to lose, literally. Look at all these positive reviews. Not a single negative review in sight. 97% positive reviews. This game is blowing up. All right, now watch. Now let me explain some things to you guys, because you don't understand how lethal of a numbers go up simulator this game is. Just watch. Just watch. So you open it up, and you are just hit with massive 90s nostalgia. Does this not remind you of those 90s and early 2000s computer games? If you were like me and you grew up on games like Kid Pix, or like the really old, like, they'll read this kid's book to you and have little animations and stuff you can click on, or Crazy Machines, or like the old I Spy games, or like any of that stuff. I played all of those as a kid, and I was so obsessed with those. They were so fun. This taps into that vibe. This game only came out like a couple weeks ago, I think. Came out in early March. But anyway, the vibe is immaculate here. The music is really good. You can change stuff. You can change key bindings and stuff if you really want. But this is Nubby. This is little Nubby dude. Let me show you how this game works. Okay, so you go to play. I beat the game once, so I've unlocked custom seeds and challenges. I'll get into what that is later, but let's just talk about basic classic mode. Let's head into this. I don't have any other supervisors unlocked because I've only beat the game once. You got to beat it on certain challenges to unlock the other things. There's my high score, 171 million. Let's check this out. Okay, so as you can see, here's your little slots up here. This is where the Balatro type stuff comes in. So you got your slots up here. This will tell you what round you're on, what rewards are coming up. This also tells you the round that you're on and the score that you need on the bottom, the score that you have on the top. These are your amount of coins, and then you'll see a timer here, and this is just Toby. This is the dude. I think his name's Toby. Right? I'm not crazy. Let me just double check. Sorry. Tony. Sorry. Tony. Got him wrong. But he makes little like faces if you win. So basically, you have your little Nubby here. There he is. And you have 5 more Nubbies that you can use. If you use up these 5 Nubbies, the game is over. But here's how you get more Nubbies, okay? So you aim your little Nubby, you shoot your little Nubby, it does stuff. If you, like there, this thing filled up and I had 2 times my score, this is the score you need. This is your target. This is how much you have. If you get more than 1 times your score, you get extra Nubbies. So here, I'm gonna die on purpose. Oh look, now I'm down a Nubby. Okay, now I only have 4 Nubbies left. Right, bear with me. Now if I go over here and I do this, oh, 1 times the score, oh, 2 times. Now I get boom, boom, I get 2 Nubbies refilled. So you use a Nubby. When you meet your score, you get 1 back. If you get multiple times that score, you get more Nubbies back. Can you see how this is addictive? Okay, so I'm just going to beat a few rounds here. The beginning, you can just honestly shoot the thing anywhere. You don't have to worry about where... Okay, never mind. I say as I immediately start losing. But you don't generally have to worry about what you do for the first few rounds. Okay, then we get to the Nubby Mart. This is where things get strategic, okay? Look at this. This is so rare, having 2 of the same in the same Nubby Mart, but I only have 10 coins and I can't afford it. All right, so as you'll notice here, these 3 are locked. These 3 last ones are locked. You got to pay 5 gold to unlock these and upgrade those. Here's where the numbers go up starts happening. Check out what these can do, okay? When the highest number peg is popped, it pops 2 random pegs. Okay, that's fine. These, if you have 2 of the same, you can combine them into an upgraded version of that. So like these 2 I could combine if I had enough gold, but I don't. If I wanted to, here, I'm going to show you something. Let's talk about the other ones first. So here, if Nubby dies, so it has the condition and then what it does. If Nubby dies, little sea cucumber, if Nubby dies, every empty peg space will give points equal to the total amount of pegs that have been popped this round. So there's some stuff to think about in terms of like numbers and things. This is really good early game. It's not really great late game when you have like several 100,000 points to get and you're getting like, I don't know, 20 points per empty space. So it's not, this is good to start with. This is going to be super useful. I'm probably going to grab this. Then you have the cactus, 5 pegs popped, summons 1 quill that falls from the sky and pops 1 peg. So some of these are kind of unassuming in their unupgraded forms, but some of them get pretty lethal in their upgraded forms. So I'm going to take this, you take it and you drag it to a slot. Which slot you put it in becomes very important later on once you start getting perks, and we'll talk about that in a bit. This is another thing you can do. Check this out. If I wanted to save one of these, so say I wanted to get this upgraded, I could buy that, and then I can do this, and it plays a little sound effect, and then this is frozen, and it'll save over for the next shop. You get a free reroll, and you can reroll it and check out some other ones. This dude's fun. This guy's hit or miss. You can pair him with other ones for good combos. Little dancing dino. 60% chance to do nothing, but he's a 20% chance each to double or half one random peg. So you can mess with that. This one launches like nuclear waste whenever the first peg is popped, and it's got some conditions you can read about and whatever, but we'll just move on. We'll play some with this. So now, whenever Nubby dies and he falls at the bottom here, every empty peg space will give points equal to the total amount of pegs that have been popped. So let's see. So we go boom, 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 and then every empty peg space gave 11 there. So now we got a bunch of restocks from that big point score. And here's where the numbers start going up. And here's where the addiction comes in. Boom, there we go, plus 19, and I got 3 times my score. Every so often you'll have a special round. Some of them are very beneficial, and some of them are like boss rounds. There's one that is a run killer later on that maybe, I mean, if I get that far, we'll see. But this special round, this is Sneaky Snipers. So whenever you pop this peg, it will pop the highest number peg when popped. So this works as like, it like links to the highest number peg or whatever, and it will like snipe that highest number peg. So this one is really good. This is an easy win round. Also, each turn, like each time before you launch Nubby, you can do this once, and it'll reshuffle the board for you. So here, let me launch at this, and you can see what I mean. There, see it? It targets the highest number peg. Boom, times 2 my score. I'm going to redo this just for funsies. So as you saw, there are things where like if you pop the highest number peg, then it will do stuff. So you can refresh it and try to get the highest number peg in a way that you can hit it first, because some of them have conditions where it's like if the first peg popped as the highest number peg, whatever. That's part of the learning curve of this game, but it's so much fun. And you'll notice that I didn't meet my quota there, but then as soon as Nubby died, this thing activated, and bam, I got up and met my quota. So now, every so often, you reach this little star stage here, and this is where you can pick one of 2 perks. This is a rare perk, so whenever you pass the round goal, it has a 50% chance to force trigger 1 random item. So that's what this one does. When the first peg is popped, this one force triggers all items in numbered slots. I'm going to grab this one, because this one's super useful. The other one is too, but I like this one more once you have more stuff going on. So let me... Oops, I messed that one up. Let me just get to the next one. Okay, so we're in the next shop. Here you can see this is frozen. Oh my goodness, geez, really? 2 kazoos at once? Okay, well here, every 1.5 seconds, the kazoo doubles a random peg. So I'm going to drag the kazoo in here, going to buy the other kazoo, and now it's upgraded. Now every 1.5 seconds, it doubles a random peg twice. So you can see how this could be pretty lethal. Now, here's where part of the strategy comes in. Check this out. This, I'm going to move it to slot 3 because the perk force triggers all items in odd-numbered slots. So as much as possible, I'm going to keep the items that I want to trigger more here. And then the perks can like rapid-fire trigger a lot of these. And you can get a ton of points from this. Done. Let's continue. Do some more of this. The kazoo sound is so funny. Like the sound effects of these things are so funny. Also, just the sound effects of the game in general are just very old gamey, and it's quite charming. And the music and everything, it's so cool. And you see like Tony's losing his mind over here that I got so many restocks. Okay, another sniper round. That's weird. I don't also I don't usually get 2 of the same special rounds in a row, so that was interesting. This is a weird seed. I'm getting a lot of A lot of like repeats and stuff. That big gap there scared me, so I refreshed. Look at the kazoo. Meh. 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 Plus 44 for each peg. Look at all those restocks. Okay, now here. Now, the good part about this is that everything comes at the same interval. So the shop will always show up in the same spot. You always get to pick a perk at the same spots. You get like the Grabatron in the same spots. This is basically a claw game. You want to try to get this little key, and I'll show you what this is because I'm going to easily get this. But you have to clear out stuff on top of it. So I'm going to grab this, get some extra money. Cool, I got 5 extra coins. Pay 6 coins to go again. And you can keep doing this as long as you have the money. And I'm going to get this. Okay, so this suspicious key is going to give me access to the black market, and I'm going to get one of the really cool upgrades to come appear in my item slot. So this key is just going to chill here, and that's kind of your goal with the Grabatron if you want to get the good upgrades. I'm out of plays now, so I can't play anymore, but these little question marks will just give you random items, and then you can choose to put them in your inventory. You can also like right click it and sell it if you want to. All right, let's keep going. Get to the next thing. So in 2 more rounds, we got another shop coming up, so you can kind of see where that's going. Oh my goodness, we are just going. Nice. That was a big round. I messed up. I'm scared. I'm gonna just refresh. Come on, Nubby. Refresh again. I'm gonna go for the 512. Oh my goodness, I messed up again. I'm gonna lose this. Guys, I think No. And I died. All right. New game. So, yeah, you can very easily lose your... Come on. You can very easily lose your mind, but also the game and everything you worked for. I've been working on some challenges, and the challenges are pretty tough. I'll get to those in a little bit. But generally, that's kind of the gameplay loop of this. This one is good. The Friendly Rock. Whenever Nubby hits a wall twice, doubles 4 random pegs whose number is less than 32. This is really good early game, so I'm going to grab that. And then do some of this. I probably won't cut this out. I'll probably just leave this in so you guys can see numbers go up simulator. But it's very addictive. I got loot. Okay, let's see what we got. This one's pretty good if you're early game and you can afford to unlock these upgrades, because it'll force trigger the item in slot 7 2 times for each empty inventory slot. So if you have a really OP item and you throw it in slot 7, then whenever Nubby dies, it'll trigger it 2 times. You want to be careful with this because you don't want to put things that only work if Nubby is still alive in those upgrade slots. This one, whenever Nubby dies, force triggers all first peg popped items. So if the condition says first peg pop, it'll force trigger those. I'm going to grab that one, just in case we get a first peg popped item. Squirmy's fun. So here, Squirmy's good early game. Squirmy gives plus 5 points for every time the item has been triggered during the round. So whenever 5 pegs are popped, he gets plus 5 points. And then 5 pegs are popped again, he gets 10 points. He also has a 1 in 50 chance to metamorphosize, and he turns into a little butterfly. So you'll probably see that before too long, because I have had no trouble with him metamorphosizing a lot in these games. Just gonna get here. So we got another shop coming up. Okay, I clicked over it, but this special round is a gold rush. So any of these like sparkly looking ones, these will give you a coin when you hit them. So you can get some extra coins from this special round. And I didn't get the other ones. Amazing, incredible, love it. Classic Nubby, you know. But like, look at this little dude. Like, doesn't he just have like, you can pat him? Doesn't he have just a punchable face? Look at his stupid little ears that are attached to the sides of his eyes. Classic Nubby. Now, one of the good things about this game is that the dev, I think it's a couple dudes. I don't know. Can't get this. Whatever. Let's just get an item. I won't have enough money to get it because there's no gold on top of it, and I don't have enough. When the peg is fully popped, pops the lowest number pegged twice. The devs are very dedicated, and I'm not sure if it's just one dude or a couple dudes, but they put out a dev diary and they talked about all the upgrades and things that they're going to make and the things that they're working on. And yeah, this game has seen massive critical success in its little sphere that people know about it from. So I just wanted to bring some attention to this and get people addicted. So you can kind of see where some of the Balatro influence comes in, but the gameplay itself and the strategies that you got to use are obviously very different because it's a completely different game. Come on, come on. There we go. I got all the coins. Yay, more coins. But my goodness, this game there's something in this game that is just, oh, here we go. He metamorphosized. So now every time 2 pegs are popped, it gives 3 points for every time it's been triggered during the round. So more often, but 2 less points. So it's just like a different version of it. So then you'll get a lot like this in combination with like popping this pops the pegs, this doubles pegs. So you can get some long rounds going later game if you have a lot of these kinds of upgrades. So it's kind of fun. And especially if you have a thing that like triggers some things. I may get, okay, so let me talk about some strategy with why you would want to cut the pegs in half. So 20% chance to have 1 random peg, right? You've got that. But when a peg is halved, all pegs will give points equal to double the number of the lowest number peg. So this is a really good combination late game. If you have this where pegs are getting halved quite often, because his upgraded version, I think it goes to a 40% chance. If your pegs are getting halved quite often, and you have this where all pegs are giving double the number of the lowest pegs, and you're in like the high levels, this gets crazy. This is where some of the crazy stuff happens. I haven't seen Jake the Snake lately, but Jake the Snake is one of my favorite upgrades. Evil Goose is good too, though. I think I'm going to grab Dancing Dino, and then I'm going to freeze Evil Goose for next time because he might be a good one to get in combination with Dancing Dino. So there we go. All right, so then this Dancing Dino triggers every time Nubby bounces. So sometimes he'll do some things, sometimes he won't, and you'll see like little red half things and red times 2. Okay, this one is so fire. This is one of my favorites. This is one of my favorite perk upgrades. If slot 1 is empty, a random item from Nubby Mart will appear in slot 1 and force trigger 3 times and then disappear at the end of the round. So this one just gives you a random one in slot 1 and then it force triggers. I have to buy, oh geez, I have to buy an extra, I'm on the last slot. I have to buy an extra slot so I can actually make slot 1 empty, but we're doing okay so far. We're doing fine. I just have to not mess, oh my goodness. Guys, I think this is it. I think it's game over. I think it's over. I think it's so over. I have not been doing good here. Unless this can get to 2, that could be nice. There we go. Okay, we got the 2. We have a little bit of security. Okay, I feel a little bit safer about this, but I'm a little bit scared. Never mind, I don't feel safe. All right, this is it. This is it. I'm so dead. I'm so dead. Yep, I'm dead. I'm dead. And then I skipped over it last time, but the sun implodes. Okay. Anyway, I'm gonna cut to some other stuff so I can kind of show you some things with like the black market and all that. So we're gonna play a bit till I get there and then I'll cut to it. Oh, this is another great one. This one is incredible early game. When Nubby dies, gain 300 points. If you're on round 30 or higher, gain 3,000 points. So this one, you immediately want to slot that in, and then it doesn't even matter where you shoot for the first few rounds. There. Times 7. I got 7 restocks there, and it did nothing. Like, I got like no points, but most of my points are coming from this. So then your goal also scales with your the points that you're getting. So if you're doing really well, the goal will kind of progressively get higher at a different rate, which that would seem like a weird thing, but it makes for some very interesting end game stuff because you're always trying to do better and get some bigger upgrades. Because it's not like Balatro where you kind of like incrementally get better. You can get an upgrade that works with a certain combo and all of a sudden you're getting like a bajillion more points. Like the numbers go up side of this is ridiculous, which is part of what makes it so much fun. Aha, let's go. I can get this black market key. Massive W. Big fan of that. 9 coins. That's the most I've ever gotten in the Grabatron from a coin capsule. Cool. All right, let me introduce you to the black market. So that opens up. Oh, we got one of my favorites here. Okay, check this out. So you can choose from one of these 3 upgrades. So let's go over from worst to best. This one I think is the worst out of this. One of the big things with the black market though is that they are corrupted, which means they cannot be force triggered, so perks can't activate them more than once, which is a little bit unfortunate, but they can be upgraded. So you can put 2 of them together to connect them, or you can use, I mean, some perks are just like one-time uses where they'll automatically upgrade the item on, or like the rightmost item on your inventory. And so that you can like put it on the right and then grab the perk and then it'll upgrade. So these can be upgraded. This one, if the first peg is popped, and then if you get like, if the first peg is popped, or no, if the first peg is, if the first, dude, I can't talk. If the first peg popped is the highest number peg, multiply the total score by 2. This is cool. This is fun. Ultimately, I don't like it as much as the other ones, but it's still very viable. This one, you spend a coin and you get a 50% chance to gain 2 coins. So this, you can get a lot of coins from this. So this is like a high coin game. And there's a perk that triggers items more depending on how many coins you have. So you combine that with like a really OP item and all of a sudden, boom. Like, so you're seeing where the combo things are going in. This one, pregnancy test, you shoot 2 nubbies. You shoot 2 nubbies. So check this out. I'm going to grab pregnancy test because this is one of my favorites. Boom. We got 2 nubbies now. Or not that you shoot 2 nubbies, but when the first peg is popped, it spawns another nubby. Here's a boss round. Okay, so the special rounds give you some advantage and they give you a bunch of points. The boss rounds are a little bit tricky. So this one, this peg will kill Nubby and end the round when fully popped. So if you look at this, if I pop any of these, round's instantly over. So I'm going to refresh it so I can get to the 1024. There we go. I'm safe and secure. And he didn't even touch him. The fun part is there's like little voice things in there. So if I would have popped one of those and died, it would go like, ouch. And then I would die, I would die and the round would be over. Here's some other ones. I like this one. Every 1 second, force triggers a random item. That's a very exciting one. So with 2 nubbies now, you can see where the fun possibilities will come in. It's starting to get a little bit more strategic. Oh, geez. Starting to get a little bit more strategic. Yeah. So for every 2 pegs popped, this thing's given a lot of points. However, we're getting up there. We're in the 2000s now in terms of our goals, so it's not really as viable as it once was. So it's slightly more disappointing, but it is what it is. This thing's working overtime though. When Nubby dies, getting through. Okay, I've seen this once. When Nubby dies, this item emits a God Ray. The God Ray rapidly pops a random peg once for each time the item in slot 1 has triggered in this round. So you see how some of these can be combined for some insane combo potential. So this works better if you have a perk that triggers a certain one that works really well. Or, for example, which one do we have here that triggers a lot? Our little butterfly, little Floody. Every 2 turns, Floody, or every 2 pegs, Floody activates. So I'm going to take this, slot this into here, put Floody in slot 1, so that this thing will put out a ton of God Rays throughout this whole thing. So I'm also going to buy the other extra 2 slots just for fun while I have the cash. Might as well. That's enough for now. So once you unlock all the slots, you unlock the cafe. Check this out. So you go here, there's this disembodied mouth, which is a lot of fun. And you get different things here. These are like permanent upgrade perks. So for example, this one, you get a hot dog, you gain 1 coin for each remaining life. I have 5 remaining lives, so I can spend 3 coins on a hot dog, and I can get 5 coins. So that's, boom. Look, now I have 12 coins. I got 2 extra coins out of that deal. That's good. You don't want to do that one if you have like 1 or 2 lives, but that's good. The kebab perk is really good too, because whenever Nubby dies, he has a 50% chance to force trigger the rightmost item in your inventory. This one just stocks a random rare food item, so if you have a bunch of coins, you can use this to spend 9 coins to get another one that probably costs like 15 or something that's a rare food item. I'm going to get the kebab perk. I'm just going to put that in here. And then I'm going to... Let's put that as the rightmost item in the inventory, because we're almost at round 30, so this is almost going to give us 3,000 points. As soon as we hit round 30, watch, these points are going to skyrocket. So you'll notice that the God Ray is triggering sometimes not at the end of the round. That's because of this perk, where it force triggers 1 random item every 1 second. So sometimes it'll do that. Also, these things, whenever you pop one of these things, it triggers all of those things. That's just another thing. You get used to it. You get used to like the different special rounds and stuff that you've got. All right, we're almost at round 30. This is about to go so crazy. Let's see. What do we got here? First peg popped. Force triggers all items. No, I'm going to do the odd number one. And because that's going to boost this even more. Ooh. We got an ultra rare item. When first peg is popped, a random peg emits a pulse that doubles pegs within close range. Let me get that, please. I'm also going to put that in slot 7, so it is my rightmost item in my inventory, and it is in an odd number, so it should get triggered more. So we shall see about that. What's in the cafe? 3 kebabs. Wonderful. So you can stack these kebab perks and get like a bunch of chances to trigger the rightmost item in your inventory. It's pretty crazy. Oh, dang it, I was trying to get the 40 and 96. Whatever, that's fine. I'm still getting points. We still winning out here. That's fine. Look at those numbers, dude. Tony's losing his mind. All right, this one's fun. This is like a bomb that explodes, so you hit one of these and it blows up. Also, because I have 2 nubbies, this thing where it says Nubby dies, and this where it says Nubby dies as well, like any Nubby dies ones is going to trigger twice because I have 2 nubbies, so that's another advantage of this item as well. Oh, look at all these things getting upgraded. You see, look, these are all getting doubled because of the little sunglasses. That's fun. Ooh, I'm gonna grab Monstrosity. I'm gonna throw him up there. This is not really useful to me anymore because we're getting into the mid game. There's 80 rounds, by the way. We gotta do 80 to beat the game. So this, if I find something better, I'm gonna sell this. Let me check the cafe. Beep boop bop. Strawberries are interesting. There's a strat for those, but I'm not going to go over that. Basically, the more you eat, the more coins you earn, but you got to have like a bunch of coins to invest in them. I haven't gotten super into a strawberry strat before. But man, look at these numbers. They sure are going up. Yeah, see, this is only giving me like a few hundred, and that's not gonna make the difference usually. This one it's like a big nuclear peg. You touch it and it pops all the pegs at once. Okay, so now we can upgrade Monstrosity, which is a lot of fun. Let me check this. Oh, I got 5. Ooh. This one can be fun, or this can be disgusting. Randomizes all items in your inventory. Good luck. So you have the chance to get like a bunch of these, like the corrupted ones technically, or you have a chance to get like a bunch of upgraded ones. You have like to get some of the rare ones or the ultra rare ones, but that's a big high risk, high reward one. I'm just going to eat the hot dog and gain 2 coins from that. Okay, this is the run killer I was talking about. This thing sucks. The holiday cheer, snow glow peg. When popped, all pegs will copy this peg's number. If this peg spawns in and it's like 64, game over. Game over. Because if you touch that peg, oh, I am the luckiest man in the world right now. I am the luckiest man in the world. Look at this. This peg is 8,192. I've had this spawn in where this peg is like 120. This peg spawns in and it's 128, and my run is over because if one thing touches that, all the pegs turn to 128, and I have no hope of reaching that round goal. I would have to like sell all my stuff if I even wanted to get close to it. That is so exciting. This, it's also good. Sometimes it will spawn in like a very inconvenient location. Usually your only hope if this is a low one is to keep refreshing and try to get it out of the way where you can avoid hitting it. But even then, when you have things like the God Rays and the monstrosities that are bouncing all around, it makes it nearly impossible. So I got very, very lucky with this. I'm gonna see if I can try to hit it actually. Wait, I forgot if you refresh it, that it, there we go. Okay, it worked. I forgot if you refresh it, it changes the number. That's also very scary. So that thing can be a run killer or a run saver, depending on what the number you get there is. But I've lost a bunch of runs to that. Ooh, I can upgrade Cheese House. Cheese House is still viable. If you upgrade it, it goes to like 7,500 points. This is still viable, especially if it triggers a lot, because I'm still in a decent range where I can still use it. This is so good. Watch this. Ready? Here's where some of these combos come in. I'm selling the sea cucumber because I don't really need him right now. I'm going to have to sacrifice a slot. That's the problem. Mutates into the non-upgraded version of the item to the left of me. So I'm definitely buying this thing. One of the fun things you can do is put it next to pregnancy test, and then that will... Oh, geez, hang on. Oh, no. Oh, but I want to use... Okay, whatever. I'll switch it with that. then this will put itself into another pregnancy test and you get more nubbies. Restores a life. I don't need that. Gain rerolls. I don't need those. So here, check this out. Ready? Boom, 4 nubbies. Look at that. You love to see it. This thing, the squid in combination with pregnancy test is amazing. That's one of my favorite combos in the whole game. 2 pigs there to get those extra coins. Oh, Booger Party's funny. This thing like, launches a bunch of booger snot bubbles everywhere. Some of these are hilarious. And kind of stupid, but this game is so charming. It has so much old nostalgia charm to it. I've gotten to runs where I'm like consistently clearing the board every time. And this seems like a run that might be winnable. I'm on 55 of 80, so... Ooh, another black market. Let's see if this gives anything good. Whoa, 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 whoa. Big combos. Where'd that come from? 3 restocks. You love to see it. Oh, dude, it's so satisfying. These sounds are so satisfying. Okay, black market. What do we got? What do we got? What do we got? What do we got? Ooh, nothing great. This thing is really good for if you have like a halving pegs build. So like if you have the ones that like have a bunch of pegs and then the ones that like upgrade stuff when a peg is halved, this is really good for that. Not good for my current build that I've got going on. This is if you hit the highest peg first, you get double the score. And this one, if the round goal was passed 2 or more times, like you get double or more upgrades here in this, then it multiplies you're by 2 and you get more points. I'm not really feeling this. I'm not really feeling any of these. I'm really happy with my build. I'm just gonna stick with what I've got and not get any of those. I'm gonna get another kebab, so hopefully we can double some things here. And then, yeah, you can also re-roll the shop once per shop round, just to kind of see if you get other things you want. Oh my goodness gracious, we're hitting big restocks here. Oh, 4 times? That's a big special peg. That one doubled the score, or like 1.5 times the score. That special round peg. Some of them are like really good. Okay, 10 rounds left. Ooh. I can upgrade this. Mutates into the upgraded version of the item to the left of me. So now this will mutate into the upgraded one of that. We are making big moves. Sure, give me 2 more kebabs. Let's just keep stacking those. Keep getting those doubles. See, we're getting crazy now. We're in the 3 millions. This gets wild. 2.9 million. Hit it. There we go. Holy, look at that number. Look at these numbers go up, dudes. Ho. This is where this game gets super addictive. 1.04 million. Can I hit that peg now, please? There we go. There we go. Ooh, that's disgustingly good. That's so good. Look at these numbers, dude. We are... When popped for the first time, all other pegs will be doubled or halved. Interesting. So it's like a random chance kind of thing. Kind of like the dancing dino. And that was a good round too, times 2. We are flying through this, boys. We are almost there. We are almost... Oh my goodness. Dude, do you hear these sounds? These are so satisfying. Most satisfying... Oh, listen to those little poppies. Beautiful. Give me another kebab. Yeah, let's go. Keep stacking those kebabs. Man, these God Rays are working overtime too. Yeah, I think we win this one without too much trouble. Oh, this is the multiplier one? Yeah, we're definitely winning this round. Crazy, dude. Here, let's use the kidney bean. Stocks a random rare food item. Oh, 50% chance to double coins, 50% chance to set total coins to 0. I have used this twice, both times it has been set to 0. Let's see how time 3 works. I'm right at the end anyway, so might as well just waste it. And all my coins are set to 0 again. I'm 3 for 3 on losing that gamble. That's okay, we're right here at the end anyway. Here we go, round 79. Boom, still can't clear the board, that's crazy. Yo, Floody is working overtime. Final boss. What do we got? Okay, Tony shoots lasers from his eyes. If a peg is hit by a laser, its number will be reduced to 1. This is a little tough. I've only gotten to this one before. I wasted nearly all my shots trying to get it because his shots are random and sometimes they'll hit like the 2 million pegs and sometimes they'll hit the 128 pegs. So you never really know. It's just a little rough, but you gotta hope that you get the big pegs before it. We won, that's it. We won. Got my second victory here on camera. Look at that. New high score. 263. 263 million. And then you can go into endless mode or you can just start a new game or continue. So it does have like a Balatro like endless mode and you get some new music in the other modes and stuff. So it gets fun. Oh my goodness gracious. What are we doing here? These are some big numbers. Okay. I'm gonna abandon game. The one thing that I will say that's a little bit of a negative so far at least is that it does not save your progress if you close the game. So if you're in the middle of a run and you have to close the game, your progress is lost. It has Steam Cloud Save for like overall progress, like saving high scores and challenge unlocks and things, but it does not save same run progress. So you can't just quit the game and come back to your run. If you quit the game, you start all over. I'm hoping that'll be resolved in a future update because the game is like 2 weeks old, but we'll see. All right. Well, thanks for watching if you made it this far through the end of the video. I hope this game was something that seems interesting to you guys because I just wanted to make this to support the devs and talk about this game because it's amazing and I've been addicted and I feel like it needs more publicity. So thanks. Go check out this game. It's $5, dude. And I played 15 hours on it so far and I haven't wanted to stop. This is a great game. So, all right. Thanks everybody for watching and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.